OMG, as Earthen has to deal with camera issues today. Will, what's the name of that animation series? Your Pretty Little Face Goes to Hell? Puck's like, really? That's a series?
I thought you were talking about Hell of a Boss.
No. There's another one, Your Pretty Little Face in Hell, or something like that.
Oh.
See, that's a happy Earthen. So instead of that's secret tunnel
hair.
Yeah, that's secret tunnel. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That is some super green hair for sure.
Well, that's his seaweed crown thing. Okay,
I got you.
Yeah,
that's right. Which is, that's true. I forgot about you having that.
Right, I still have it on. Never took it off.
Yeah. There is a busy Nicodranus city. A bastion of a building sits in the shadow of the capital, near a wall, the end of a street. A teenager walks slowly towards a door. Her long white and silver hair pulled back in a braid. Her robes of the Cerberus Assembly flowing behind her. She enters into a chamber and closes a door. The windows open. A sitting room surrounds her. Sitting behind a desk, a youngish-looking mason, but dressed in the typical attire of the former Claret orders, recognizing his blood hunter attire as well. Withia stands in front of Mason. Have you had any luck? Unfortunately not. I've made all attempts that I could to try to locate the device, but to no effect. We must find at least one of the beacons. If we can't find at least one, how shall we test the theory? We have the writings, and we both listened to the lecture that was given by Mannheim. Surely it must be possible to find a beacon and harvest it. Requires knowledge of its source and where they came from. I understand. Cut away to another side of another busy city. Docks filled with ships, and a somewhat older looking Withia stands on the end of a pier looking at an approaching tender to take her out to one of the vessels. A very familiar captain on the prow of this tender. As the tender butts up against the dock, the tall female captain, the Martinet, stands in front of Withia. I have a way in through the veil. We figured it out. I've also got somebody that knows where one of the beacons might be. Give me some time. Get what you need. Me and my partner will scout out this beacon, prove that it exists first. Then we will send the information to you. A very frustrated Withia sits in a lonely room in a lonely chamber, staring at maps and documents in front of her. An age that's more familiar. An age of someone that's been spending a great deal of time looking for something that they finally have found. As she begins to write out the perfect scheme. The idea of the last of the assemblymen, setting out notices to convince adventurers to come to the tavern and possibly take an opportunity to earn a bit of coin and find this secret, knowing the only hope of this was to set something in motion that Mason would understand. Beacon means everything. To find one, prove their capability, means everything. The four of you stand astride one of the floating maelstrom rocks as the massive shadowed citadel comes into existence, floating off in the apex of the height above the Titan, the massive Titan that strides through the Lucidian Sea. You could feel its thrum of its power underneath the force of the void that was destroyed by Withia. You watch as Withia looks up as you all look up at the same time, but then cracks of light begin to appear in the sky as many airships begin to appear. Elven airships, teeming with Voik crew, Luxodon monks, the sign of those from all over Exandria through the allies and connections that you made. The four of you hear a telepathic connection just in time to watch one of the airships zip by, and you see astride this ship teeming with Voik as it rises. You see Winter waving at you. You see Sibo in the midst of casting a spell, and others. You watch as Ball Eater, now able to fly, goes floating by with Ford and Jester on the spine as it rises up into the maelstrom that is forming the great citadel astride the massive aerial Titan. A storm hurricane beginning to form around it as the compression and the feeling of the air just vaporizing between everybody. And then you hear Caleb's voice in your mind. It was the geese. On both me and Lutenus. Neither of these things were ever the true threat. Whatever Withia and Mason have been planning, it's been under their veil and in their secrecy. I am sorry. And you watch as a streak of a wizard goes right on by. The red cat paw sitting underneath Caleb's feet. The Cheshire cat swarming around him as he arcs up towards the maelstrom unfolding up above. You watch as Withia wipes blood away from her mouth, breathes heavily, but then there's a look of fear on her face. And you can hear her echo in the void. What are you doing? What have you done? You watch as she changes into a massive red dragon that leaps up into the skyline, beating its huge wings as it arcs up in towards the citadel. You watch as swarms of shadows and creatures begin to slam into airships. You watch as arrow flights arcing over and into different swarms of creatures coming and going. And then you hear the crackle of purple lightning just coming out of this massive air titan, carrying this huge citadel of Strahd's fractured reformed castle amidst the void of clouds. The lightning cracking an airship pivots off in the distance, the lightning striking it as it comes apart. Pieces and people raining down the mile-long fall to the Lucidian Sea. Crack. And then as the maelstrom forms, The huge air elemental titan hovers above and over as this massive creature with arms slowly coming out, putting its hands through 3-4 ships at a time, coming apart pieces. The disappearance of the red dragon into the maelstrom. What would the four of you like to do? You could clear your initiatives as well if you'd like.
But I'm so proud of it.
I know you are. Fuck, I'm so sorry. It served you well last Sunday, my dear. It did very well.
I don't mind that last initiative, though. I don't mind that. It gives me more to do. So I'll fly over to where they are, because I think at the end I was on top, yelling at the Earth Titan, trying to get him to swing at me.
Correct.
Can I use primeval awareness for elementals to try and communicate with one of them?
Ooh, I like that idea. Give me an intelligence save to make sure you can withstand the psychic connection. Your primeval awareness makes you very much in tune with the idea of the creature, this massive titan that is striding through the sea below you. However, the last 2 times you've ever connected with such a powerful creature, it took a toll on you. It was a mental burden, to say the least.
I was gifted the bead of psychic shielding.
Yeah, and what does that do?
The bead of psychic shielding was specifically to hold on to when I'm talking to something that might either take over or hurt me psychically.
You pull out the bead, you grip your fingers around it, and you focus on this entity. You watch as Earthen comes floating back over to land aside you and your pseudo dragon, along with Xanath and Spot. You're all kind of collectively on one of those floating stones that's like amongst the void top portion of the Titan. All around you, the battle rages up in the sky. You grip the bead, you focus. You hear...
Sorry, your mic peaked a bit there.
Who am I?
Yeah, your mic peaked a bit there and it was just painful.
Oh, sorry about... Oh, that is peaky. Hold on, you know what? I wonder if my son was playing with... Test. Oh, how's that? Is that better?
That's better. Like I said, it was just the one beat was just like, oh God, what in my right ear?
Yeah. No, okay, gotcha. I keep forgetting I don't have to be as close to my microphone as everybody else does. It's kind of crazy. It's all the way up here. You guys could still hear me. You focus on the bead. You don't hear a voice or a presence. You hear a thrum of a heartbeat. This steady kind of... And you feel like you've gotten into this creature's mind. Your eyes close and you just hear this baritone of a voice. What do you want?
You are in danger. You are an elemental of the earth, correct? The earth is about to be ripped. Do not be manipulated to hurt yourself and those who stand upon you.
I am danger. I shape things. Who are you to tell me otherwise? You are not the one that summoned me. Why should I believe you?
Can I do a spell called Ceremony that can touch a willing creature whose alignment has changed and make a DC 20 Wisdom check? On a successful check, you restore a target to its original alignment.
You're more than welcome to fly down into the void and touch the Titan if you can find him.
Oh, it's not the thing we're standing on?
No, you're just floating on a piece of rock that was destroyed during Wuthia's ceremony. Down there in the mist, somewhere 150 feet below you, should be the massive shoulders of this Titan.
Okay, I'm gonna get Lunch to fly me down there and try that.
Yeah, you pull yourself up onto the back of Lunch. You guys watch as Puck and Lunch just kind of jump off the edge of the rock and go zooming down into the mist and the void below. What do the rest of you want to do while you're waiting for Puck to do whatever she's doing?
Where?
You're mute, Spot.
Sorry. Whoopsie. I want to just kind of scan the battlefield, and I know that you mentioned some of our acquaintances on other ships. I wanted to see if I could saw like Matron or a monk that I know. Just try.
Oh yeah, you didn't see her specifically, but you saw some of the students and some of the lesser acolytes and others that were mixed in with the Voik and some of the other allies that you have. They're currently up there and already fighting up in the massive maelstrom, taking on the shadows and entities that keep pulsing out from the Citadel, keep pulsing out from the massive swirling storm that wraps around Mason's sudden return.
Is there still like I know sorry. Is there enough of a cloud of debris that I can hop up to one of the skyships or anybody that's kind of floating around?
You guys watch as a skyship whips by, filled with Voik and a handful of monks, and you watch his Spot leaps off, lands on the skyship, and it takes off.
But who's in charge? Who's in charge on that skyship? Is it anyone that I've met or our party has met, or is it just people that know us by happenstance?
Give me a perception check as you look about the ship and see if you recognize anybody.
My passive is 21. Does that give me anything before I have to roll?
Yeah, your passive would probably be enough. You do not recognize anybody, although you recognize the colors of your mentor on some of the robes of the monks and some of the vestiges that they're wearing. But other than that, you don't recognize anyone specifically. And the airship is picking up speed. The wind is coursing. You can see one of the elven captains kind of up at the helm area, kind of like controlling the device and the mechanics of his airship as it's like making its journey up to fight with the rest of his fleet up above.
Okay. I'd like to see if just kind of look around and try to find who I think is the senior monk or the abbot or whatever their particular
There does not appear to be a senior monk either. Your passive would be high enough for that.
All right. Can I roll a perception, see if I can get that? Or, I mean, I figure you probably just ask them. But...
No, your passive is good enough. You recognize that probably whoever's come to join this fight, they're spread out amongst all these different vessels that have kind of flown in. And that's when, as you get up closer into the maelstrom, and you can now see this dark citadel like deep inside of the vortex of the hurricane that's swarming around it, you could see cannonade shots from the elven vessels. You could see Ford and Jester's vessel banking off and shooting downward. You could see Caleb striding upon the hand of his ability to fly, and he strikes through like a swarm of strange shadow-like creatures that just kind of wither and kind of decay around him. You're in the midst of the fight at this point, and it's chaotic.
All right, I do want to turn to one of the monks then and just kind of speak to them, hurriedly, but just, Reverend, can you locate one of the masters of our order, of your order, anyone that can help us? My friends and I down on the Titan, we're willing to continue this fight, but we're almost spent. Anything that you could do to get us some assistance would be invaluable.
What is your name, brother?
I'm Spot.
Spot. The fight is already
Yes, that
joined.
Spot.
I don't like the spot you clean up and stuff. Anyways, the fight has already been joined. Come, let us go. And you just feel the airship suddenly lurch forward. Puck, as you make your way down through the void cloud, you guys watch as Spot's vessel is now up in the maelstrom, leaving Xanath and Earthen on the stone, floating above the void. What would the two of you like to do?
I think what I'm trying to understand in this moment is, or what Xanth's trying to understand is, like, what is powering this and how do we reverse it? Do I see anything that looks like it might be like the beacon or a place where a beacon would likely be?
Ooh, I love that. Give me perception, if you would, please.
Okay. I'm gonna give myself guidance. That is a 27.
27. You can see 9 bright points of light. They seem to be symmetrically placed within the citadel, like the fractured under, like, imagine a castle lifting off the ground and bringing the fractured earth with it. You can see these 9 points. And that's when you realize that they're fingers of rock with lighthouses on each one. As you realize the beacons are powering the massive citadel.
Okay. And do I get the feeling that, like, if the beacons were removed, that this would reverse the process or the citadel would crash or something?
Give me an Arcana check, yeah.
Okay, it's not my forte. It's really more of an earthen thing, but let's give it a shot. Oh, okay. It's a 16.
Yeah, I mean, whether it reverses it, cancels it out, it definitely would weaken the citadel. Okay. The citadel seems to be combined with the power that keeps it ascended, as well as this massive air elemental titan that is kind of warping and swinging around the citadel, keeping it kind of almost in its protective embrace. Okay. Huge clumps of shadow-like creatures pulse out from the area. You watch as an airship like just plows through. You watch as one particular airship that's quite off in the distance. There's this familiar-looking Tabaxi monk up on the prow that just seems to be relishing in this constant fight and combat that's going on, as they're just plowing through these strange creatures, demonic creatures, shadow creatures, swarms of smaller creatures that seem to move about like giant clouds of flies, but they're so far off, they must be large in size. All this is taking place on the horizon, up in the tempest of the forming apogee up above you. And, you know, it's chaos out there. But the 9 kind of tendrils of rock holding the 9 beacons, you've seen these lighthouses before.
I'm gonna try and fly into the air and cast thaumaturgy and just shout to anyone who can hear that those beacons need to be removed.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check with advantage on that, since you're using thaumaturgy.
Okay.
Be persuasive.
Yeah, I'm so good at persuasion. Oh, okay. A 17 plus 4 plus
21
plus
level
3 is 24.
24, nice. Yeah, look at that.
All right.
Your booming voice, it's almost like an operatic kind of like boom of a sound, but it carries out on the sound waves. You then begin to see a small group of the airships peel away and start focusing down towards one of the beacons of light.
Okay.
As somebody might have heard you.
If I can get to an airship, and like someone's airship and jump on it, I'll try to do that because I can't fly forever.
Okay. You watch as a series of fresh airships kind of coursing around. One of them you recognize. It was the original airship that you first saw when they started appearing in the skyline. And there's Winter. She brings the airship up along you and Earthen. There's Sibo and a familiar-looking Voik as well, as all of them are on this one particular airship. You watch as another airship just burns by. And you can see it's mostly monks. And you can see this large but very kind of wiry-looking Luxodon kind of on the prow of the ship, kind of yelling and pointing with her trunk up towards the maelstrom as that ship begins to join. And you see Winter kind of standing there looking at the two of you, you and Earthen. Need a lift?
Yes, please. We got to get to the beacons.
Earthen, you look dapper. Can I give you a lift as well?
Go ahead. I'm going to try something crazy again.
You got it. Earthen as usual. It's good to see you again, Earthen. I missed you.
Hey, if you get a shot, take it, okay?
Oh, of course. And then you see the familiar gnome Sibo come over. Earthen? Earthen. Oh my,
Yes,
you look different. You've seen some things, haven't you?
You could say that.
Well, good luck. It's good to see you again. And you watch as Dan steps onto the airship. It kind of floats slightly to the right and starts lifting up in towards the maelstrom. On the rock by yourself.
Yep.
You know that Puck is somewhere down below you. Spot is on one of the ship. Xanath is with Winter and some of your allies at another ship as the full battle rages above you at this point.
So I'm gonna pull out the wand of gateway again. I've got one last charge on it.
Okay.
And I also take out the Void crown again. And with the wand of gateway, I'm going to summon Erebos.
You watch as the gateway forms. The crown fuses with the energy of the gateway, and the call echoes out into the ethereal plane. The gateway stays open, pulsing with light and power, and then the black and white effervescent form of Erebos steps through.
Erebos. I think I understand.
Shadowed Cow looks at you, looks up at the sky.
I think I understand what I did wrong before. We're running out of time to fix this. Can I count on your support? Will you help me and join in this fight?
Erebos' pale face, his wispy form kind of arcing around, places an ice-cold hand on your shoulder. Give me an intelligence save, if you would, please, Earthen.
Yep. I get advantage on those. Thank you.
Yep, you do.
Thank you, Longsword.
Yep.
Ha! Glad I have advantage on those because that was a 1 and a 17.
Oh, bummer. That one would have been fun.
So that's a 22.
That one would have been fun. What's your total?
22.
22. Take half of 19 points of psychic damage from the connection with Erebos. And you get the feeling he's experiencing everything that you've experienced in an instant. You watch as a smile grows across his mouth. His hand pulls away from your shoulder. Lessons learned. Now, it's been a while since I've used my magic. Let me see what I can do. And you watch as Erebos' form turns into almost like a mini arcane tornado and arcs up towards the maelstrom. all of you suddenly feel telepathic connections. As Erebos has connected all of you together for the next 8 hours with his psychic melt.
Okay. All of us, as in us 5, or like the entire...
The
like
4 of you.
Okay, sorry.
4 of you and Erebos at this point, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, that worked. Thank you, Erebos. I'll quit talking to you. I think you're going to be busy.
Very. There's an explosion, like this huge swarm of shadow creatures belch out from the maelstrom, and you just watch as this like dark necrotic green explosion shreds it, just like turns it from cloud to raining ash almost instantly. And all 4 of you hear a slight chuckle. Been a while. And you watch as Erebos streaks off to a different direction. Arcing over, sensing your thoughts, Zenith, he's now descending towards one of the other beacons.
I fly up in the air, kind of towards the ships that are circling around. I put on the crown, and then I'm going to use minor illusion again to just magnify my voice and call out to the Voik. Voik! I'm here as the Uniter. On me!
Give me persuasion with advantage, if you would, please.
Oh, I
And
love
I'm
it with
fully
advantage.
aware of
We
your
need advantage
modifier.
for
I
persuasion.
love it with
I know.
advantage.
Hey, double ones could change the fate of the world.
Still not great rolls, but with advantage, that's a 27.
Nice. You watch as at least about a dozen ships filled with Voik with their airship elven captain and crew begin to form and turn, and about a dozen of these ships kind of halt nearby. The familiar leader of the Bear clan nearby.
I come to make right what was made wrong by the Dragon Clan all those years ago. You see what's going on ahead. So I've been watching as they start attacking the beacons now, right?
Some are, some aren't. Some are getting through, some are. Currently, 2 beacons are under direct threat.
Okay. Let's go back to our warrior roots and have a little fun today.
The leader of the Elk clan, my fault.
Yeah, the Elk Clan. Yeah.
We got you.
Let's go back to our fighting roots and have a little fun today. With me, and I turn and fly, and as I start to fly away, I'll polymorph myself into an ancient brass dragon.
Nice. The gleam of the purple lightning shocking off your scales. A dozen of the ships behind you, you can hear the roar of the Voik chanting, raising their weapons as you disappear up into the maelstrom of what's going on. Puck, you and Lunch drift through the mist for a moment, and then it finally breaks apart around you, and Lunch lands. But when he lands, you can feel the pervasive tremor of a massive titan slowly moving through the Lucidian Sea. You are currently standing atop this titan now. Lunch alongside you.
Okay, so I'm going to try to, with the connection hopefully still there, I would like to try ceremony, Eldritch invocation, atonement. So you make DC 20 Wisdom Insight check. On a successful check, you restore target to its original alignment.
You make the insight check.
Yeah. Not really sure if I need to do it with my modifier.
Hold on, let me check something. Ceremony? Form. Here's the problem. Takes an hour to cast it.
Oh.
Now,
So-
you could use your first hour of this fight to prepare this ritual.
I will try to talk to it.
Because if you invoke Atonement, you touch one willing creature whose alignment has changed, and you make a DC 20 Wisdom Insight check. On a successful check, you restore the target. So it would be a Insight check for you. Well, it's Wisdom basically. So it's an Insight check. If you're able to beat that DC 20, you would immediately overcome whatever has caused it to go on this rampage that it's currently going on.
I still have the fire realm keystone, I believe, or beacon.
Beacon, yeah, the Fire Realm beacon, yeah.
I had attuned to it before. Can I try to attune to it to kind of help me with elemental stuff? Even though it's a different elemental.
You don't feel like the stone's going to help you here. That stone, you feel like is something that allow you to traverse to the fire plane, the elemental plane of fire, kind of where it was originally sourced from. The stone itself, while it gives you some acuity and some focus, you get the feeling that it could be used to summon something as well.
Can I try to gift the bead of psychic shielding to the elemental to try and break whatever has a hold on it?
The Earth Titan, well, I guess he is a kind of form of elemental. The problem is he'd have to hold it in his hand.
Can I see its hand from where I'm standing?
I mean, it's a good 1,000 feet to your left to get to the edge of its shoulder, and then look a good 1,000 feet straight down its arm, and you would see the huge kind of arm and hand motion as it's striding through the sea.
So no real hope of getting there.
Hope is something that's poorly planned for, but there's always try. It just feels like it might be difficult.
I do have Ashadelian's stride, but I don't know if it would be fast enough to really get there.
Was that do?
Your rocket feet?
My rocket feet, yes. Billowing flames, dragon blast at your feet, grant you explosive speed. Then maybe with the fire elemental thing, because it's a fire-based thing, maybe I can move a little bit faster.
Give me a Constitution save when you invoke both the fire beacon and your speed.
Constitution?
Yep, con save.
That's a problem, because I have a very poor constitution. Oh my god, it's a 19! It's a 20!
Hey!
Nice.
50-20,
You're
yay!
here talking about poor constitution. You still got a plus on yours.
You watch as Lunch's head turns and sees your boots flame, but then you feel the flame beacon in your hand begin to consume your arms as your arms and back turn into like this 12-foot wingspan of flame, and suddenly you're just rocketing down towards the edge. Lunch can't even keep up with you as you come straight down the side, like you're just going down the side of this massive titan towards the sea. As you see, it's one of its hands coming like up towards you in like a back and forth motion as it walks.
Nice. Also, any spell I cast upon myself also affects my familiar.
Okay, then Lunch is right alongside you
Hell yeah.
as you're doing this.
Lunch is like,
And you're trying to get that, yeah, and you're trying to get that bead into a hand that's basically the size of a neighborhood. Let's be clear.
I'm gonna continue communicating with a Titan, and specifically I feel like Puck has a lot of emotions when it comes to elementals that pertain to nature and its preservation, and a lot of faith in the natural order.
Yeah.
And so she tries to kind of connect to that and project that to him in hopes that it will kind of help make him feel more comfortable with her.
All right. As you focus on that, Spot, give me a deck save, if you would, please, for starters.
The deck save.
Yep.
Okay. That is a 29.
Nice. Now give me a con save.
Con save, he says. All right. That's terrifying. Ooh, that is a 27. I'm sorry, 25. 25. I can math.
I can math.
Yeah.
The battle practically has you foaming at the mouth. The constant ebb and flow of the ship in and out of these swarms of shadowy creatures gives you a target-rich opportunity. Creatures that overwhelm the ship only to be immediately driven back and away and off its edge. You feel the ship bank away as you and another airship, and there you see her, your mentor, on the prow of the ship, fighting at the same pace that you're fighting, trying to do their best to give the other airships around you a clear path towards one of the beacons. You see your mentor with her trunk pointing out towards one of the beacons, and you feel the intensity of her face just focus in on you. And her airship begins to course down towards one of the beacons. You also notice that other airships on either side of you doing the same thing. And you remember hearing that echo from Xanath, focus on the beacons. And it's still in your mind. And then you feel the airship drop and begin to focus and tear down towards the beacon, following your mentor down. Xanath, give me a deck save and a con save, if you would, please.
Alrighty. So this is my deck save. That is a 18. And my con save, that's an 11 plus 3 is 14.
14. As the airship that you're on is arcing and making its way through some of the clusters of creatures and shadows and forms, a huge lightning bolt crashes across your vision. You watch as the airship in front of you vaporizes. People just go tumbling off in different directions. You see that happen. It's then you feel your hair go zero gravity. You feel the hair on the back of your arms begin to stand up. You can see the beginnings of crackling around you as another purple lightning bolt crashes across the airship. Take 41 points of lightning damage, please.
Okay.
Smoke. You see some of the Voik are down. Some of the elves are down as well. Winter runs back towards the helm to get on the helm's deck as the captain of the vessel was torn asunder, arcing off the ship. You feel Winter regain control. You begin to watch as Sibo begins to cast a spell that puts a dark gateway in front of you. The ship plows through it. Earthen, give me a dex and a con save, if you would, please.
Dex and a con. Okay. Let me check. Old dragon stats there. Oof. Okay. Dex is a 7. And con is a 24.
In your massive dragon form, the brass kind of gleaming off of you. Refresh my memory. Brass is lightning or cold?
Fire.
Fire. Ooh, this is going to hurt, my friend.
Yep.
You watch as Xanath's airship disappears through a gateway that Sibo casts. You then watch as more lightning strikes begin to kind of arc out of the maelstrom. 2 of those strikes slamming into your wing and into your back as you take 78 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
Oh my god.
But the Voik are still behind you. You watch as one ship just disappears as a lightning bolt strikes it. It vaporizes and just kind of just disintegrates, and the people falling down into the sea. But there are still enough ships behind you. Fuck. There is damage. There's pain. You can feel the flesh burning on your arms. You can feel the fire making its way through the magic of the boots. The union of this beacon, this fire beacon, is consuming you. You can feel it. But it's also allowed you to, just at the last moment, land on the edge of this massive hand. You can feel it like a slow rising elevator and then a slow falling elevator as you stand upon this hand. You look at the bead and you jam it into the crooks and nooks of the rocky hand. And you watch as energy crackles away from it. Go ahead and take 34 points of fire damage, if you would, please. Pain is excruciating. Those of you in the telepathic bond can hear the struggle of Puck trying to maintain herself as the fire is consuming her at this point. Puck, you feel connection with something. The fire consumes you entirely. Your wings behind you. Your familiar, the pseudo-dragon, also consumed by that same fire. If anyone were to be able to see the two of you, it would look like two large phoenixes just astride this massive creature. And for the first time, you feel an ability to speak with this elemental. That you have become a fire elemental yourself.
Oh, yeah.
What?
The flames no longer hurt. There's not much left of Puck that was your humanoid form. You feel yourself now hover down towards the face of this massive land titan. Its form, its massive head that would be a massive earthquake of untold peril turns to see your small, tiny, flaming form in front of it. Speak, and I will listen. Speak.
You will do what must be done to protect this realm of ours. You will not fall to the sway of any other power. You will help us destroy the other beacons while protecting as many of us as you can.
You feel the Titan stop. You watch as astronomical amounts of rock shift off of its form and down into the water below. Creature turns, looks up to see the citadel. You then watch as it looks down at the seawater, reaches down deep into the seawater. You feel this heavy tension, a rising tidal wave, as his hand comes up out of the water, holding a mountain-sized rock. And he throws it, arcing it up towards the citadel.
Damn.
That's pretty sick.
For the rest of you, you watch as Spot, the beacon that you and your friends focus on, crumbles and the light diminishes. Earthen, you and the void cause another beacon to crumble, and the light diminishes. Xanath, the gateway opens near one of the beacons. The airships, a cannonade of fire, taking out the finger of rock as you watch the beacon teeter and totter down into the ocean below. But all of you feel a shadow growing behind you as this massive rock, size of a small mountain, arcing up, and it strikes into the underside and side portion of the citadel, practically cracking both the mountain and it into two, fractures of it falling away. And then you watch as the maelstrom vortex begins to just set off these random strikes of lightning everywhere, all around. Puck, you watch as a focused tempest of lightning comes crashing down into the Earth Titan. It hits behind it. Your human eyes would have been seared if you'd seen it, but your newly fire elemental form is able to fly away, and then you slowly watch, and you and Lunch get far enough away from it that this massive Lawn Titan, struck by this tempest of lightning, begins to teeter over. Its arms flailing as it hits the water. As you watch a 1,000-foot tidal wave begin to arc up out of its collapse, going off in 360-degree direction around you. Earthen and Xanath and Spot. How best to minimize the damage you're about to take? Describe for me, Xanath, what you and your ship do to try to avoid the catastrophe of the shock of the citadel above you coming apart.
I think we try and fly straight up, and I'll cast Bless on Winter as she's steering, to try and help her steer quickly and well.
Nice. Roll a d20 for me, if you would, Xanath.
Okay. That's a 9.
Okay. Spot.
Spot is going to try to do kind of the opposite. Just run over to the helm source and just kick the wheel down so that we dive. We had to try to rally the monks and hope they get what I'm going for, and just kind of go up to a leading edge and try to start intercepting any bits of rubble that are about to hit us, so we can kind of deflect them back.
I love that. Roll a d20 for me, if you would.
Okay. 15.
Okay. Earthen, your friends are fighting all around you. This citadel is slowly coming apart. While 4 or 5 of the beacons look destroyed, some are still functioning. But the citadel base is coming apart. The shadow of that mountain rock striking the base, creating this large plume of smoke, dirt, and dust that's beginning to rain down upon you and your other void ships. What would you like to do to try to mitigate what's about to happen?
We'll go to make the dodge away,
Okay.
but I'll try to use my wings as this massive dragon form to wings and fire breath to buffet some of the debris away from them as we dodge away from what's falling off.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
That's a 17.
Each one of you doing what you can. Realizing that wherever this rock or whatever it was came from has completely sundered the citadel up above. And now you could see the raw purple energy pulsing out and no longer functioning as a center arcane kind of bind through the shadow of each of your recovery, up and out underneath all this debris, to hover above the cloud formations. You can see the bare basics of this air elemental hovering over this now cracking and coming apart citadel. All the while, you can then see a figure amongst the clouds, amongst everything that's going on. This figure made of gearwork, clockwork, an undead kind of look about him, as you recognize Mason is trying to salvage the massive platform, this huge purple light that's forming and cracking and coming apart. And he flies above it, looks at the air elemental that he's trying to control and contain, and then turns to see Xanath, Earthen, and Spot with your different allies. And he places his hands into the purple energy and begins to throw bolts in all of your directions. You watch as lightning bolts arc past, arc over. You watch as the bolt slams into your vessel, Xanath, tearing it into pieces. Everybody tumbling out, including yourself. Spot, as you guys successfully keep the debris away, you watch as this huge lightning bolt blast slams into your vessel, arcing, and all of you become tumbling out onto the ground. Earthen, you watch as this lightning changes from one vessel to the other, but you're still up in your dragon form as all the closest vessels get sundered and shattered by Mason's frantic last-minute defense. I need everyone to roll for initiative, please.
Ooh.
Great.
For the sake of being polymorphed, do I use the Dex modifier or use my initiative modifier?
You're polymorph, so you use the Dex modifier of the dragon.
Okay. It's a +0, but I got a nat 20.
Okay, let's hide Earthen. I have to get a new form for Puck because she's a fire elemental now because she summoned the Firestone. Let me get... I wasn't really sure what you guys were going to do, so I didn't have a full board yet without knowing what you guys were going to become. I'll just use this one. It looks cool.
With a gold dragon.
I like the color.
Yeah.
It stands out.
Nice.
And then I need Fire Elemental.
How long has the battle been going on, just roughly? I just want to
probably for the betterment of about 10 minutes at this point.
Okay. That's all I needed, just for to see if I fully recovered with my amulet, which I have. That's fast.
So with that, Xanath, let me put everybody into formation. My bad. Let's change that. There we go. Get rid of this. All right. So Xanath, you are currently, Puck, look at you. Earthen, what'd you get?
Nat 20. Sorry, I forgot to put it on the thing. But it's just 20. No
last.
modifiers. I forgot to put it on my name. Silly
Earthen,
me.
you are up with Puck on deck.
Okay. Can you zoom out a little bit? Because like where we are, it's hard to. All right. From my direction, I want to try and go around behind the air elemental, the giant elemental.
Okay. What's your flight speed? 80?
Flight speed is.
And actually,
Yep,
she would
80.
already be
Flight
in the
speed is 80,
maelstrom
correct.
fighting. Okay. So that'll put you right about here for your move.
Okay. As I am behind them, coming around behind them, then can I... Let's see. Because I'm not close enough to do any of the attacks I wanted to do. So let me... can I just use detect? So it's like a perception check, but just it's a dragon thing. It says it's a legendary action, but I don't have it in my regular actions. But it's
Yeah,
just
you have
trying
to wait till you're out of your
wait till
turn.
next turn. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, the point was just to try and get a lay of the land. Like I'm trying to stay quiet around the back here, and then come up behind the air elemental.
You want to do the dash action and come in behind it?
So, yeah, if I've got enough with my 80 flight speed, then yeah, I'll do that. I'll dash, trying not to draw the attention of Withia's red dragon form.
Okay. They'll put you right behind it. You are amongst the lightning bolts. Give me a dex save if you would, please.
Yep. Oh, that's a 10.
10. That'll be 41 points of lightning damage
Okay.
as you enter. That'll finish your turn. Now, your legendary actions get triggered after
At the
your...
end of somebody else's turn. Right?
At the end of someone else's turn. Correct.
Yeah.
Puck, you are up. You're very far away from the fight, but for the brevity of it, you can use your entire turn to get up into the maelstrom where they are.
Nice. Can I just communicate with the elemental in case he's still alive before I leave, saying, stay here and protect the earth and the realm and everyone around you, and then try to get up there as fast as I can?
All right. They'll put you in the immediate area of the battle that's going on. Xanath, you're up with Mason on deck. Xanath, you're currently falling out of the sky. Let me hide. Fuck, there we go. You're currently tumbling.
And is it correct that I'm falling, Spot's falling, Winter, Sibo, dozens of people are falling?
Lots of people are falling down into the mists.
And presumably to their deaths.
Maybe. I mean, Sibo's got skills. Who knows?
I would like to, as I'm falling in this moment, just close my eyes and put my hands together and pray to Helm for divine intervention and just pray, give us wings. And my hope is that he will allow us all to fly.
Dear Helm, make me a bird so I can fly far, far, far away from here.
You weirdo. Everybody's been using movie quotes on me today. You're no exception. Oh my God, it's been absolutely awesome. Don't want to be an anglerfish. For some reason, I can never spell angel.
Wait, is becoming an anglerfish an option?
Dear Helm, make me an anglerfish, please.
As long as you survive this smack on the water, you'll be okay because you can swim, right?
Yeah, I think it's just a long way to fall.
Right.
Yeah, no kidding. With that intervention, there are hundreds of sparkling reflective lights that pop up all around you. Even though you lose sight of people down, out of your vision, you then feel this horrific, at first, pulse of pain as you feel these physical angelic wings erupt out of your back, tearing through the metal of your plate armor, and kind of you can feel it reshape your bone and tissue as you now have the ability to fly.
All right. And then for a bonus action, I will I'll shoot a sacred flame at Mason if I can reach him. It's 60
What's your
feet.
range?
60 feet.
You want to move a little bit closer?
Yeah.
Get you to the edge of the maelstrom. That'll get you within range of him.
Okay. And Sacred Flame, it's for him a dex save of 24.
Okay. That is... Ooh, he is going to use Dark One's Will for reroll. 13 plus 15 is a 28.
Dang it. Okay, I don't think he takes damage if he saves.
No, he does not.
Okay, so that's the end of my turn then.
Finish your turn. Mason is up with Spot on deck. Mason is going to focus on Withya. You watch as Mason pulls this wicked-looking rifle off of his back, and he aims it over towards Withya and makes 5 shots with it. These 5 rounds tear into Withya's dragon form chest. You watch as the dragon falls unconscious, and then the small form of Withya is now falling through the cloud. So he will move over here, fly down to the top of the citadel. He will then turn. He will action surge, put his rifle back, pull out twin pistols, point up towards you, Xanath, and he will take 5 shots at you.
Okay.
That is going to be 16,
That's a miss.
a 26,
That'll hit.
a 31,
That'll hit.
and a natural 20.
Yeah, that'll hit as well.
Okay. That is... For the natural 20, that's going to be 21 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
I rolled like shit.
Alright.
I'll roll for the others like Norm. He will drop 2 grit and add 2 more dice. Boy, I can't roll. Yeah, that's going to be a combined total of 39 points of piercing damage as well.
Okay. For the second shot?
For all the remaining shots.
Okay, gotcha. Alright.
Let's see. Move. Reaction, Dark One's Will. So he's now burnt his reaction. He did action surge plus his regular action. He is going to bonus action drink a potion of haste. So he is now hasted.
Is that, for reference sake, is that an actual, like an earth elemental still there in front of us, or is it doing something else?
No, these are clouds.
No, the one in front of me.
Oh, that's an air elemental.
Or air elemental. Sorry, I said earth, I meant air.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Right,
Yeah,
that
and I want to burn a legendary action while we're at it,
Okay.
and go for a wing attack on the air elemental.
Is that a strength save?
It's DC 22 dexterity save.
Ooh. That's going to fail with a 10 plus 4.
All right, so 15, or no, sorry, 2d6 plus 8 damage, and knocked prone.
It is immune to that condition.
Dang. Well, that would have been pretty cool. 15. So yeah, it says the average is 15, and that's what I got. So
Yep.
I got 7.
There's a reason why they put that number in there.
Yeah.
All right, that'll finish your legendary action. Spot, you are up. Then we'll be at the top of the second round.
Okay, so I assume I'm falling still, but
You are currently falling, yes.
all right.
Except
I want to.
you feel a tremendous pain on your back, and you now have wings.
Okay, that's cool. I still want to see if this is possible. What I was going to try to do, I will keep the wings because that sounds rad as fuck. But
And they're
As a-
fur-covered wings.
all right, so I have bat wings. Cool. All right. did I notice Winter's ship? Like, did I notice Xanath falling out of that at some point? Like, just
You notice her falling, but then you also noticed that she had wings that suddenly sprouted across her back. And you also saw the same bright points of light. And now you're beginning to see, like, some of the people that were falling are now kind of gliding downward or using their new wings that have been gifted to them by Helm to go off into different directions.
Okay. I do want to roll. I do want to find out specifically if I know that Winter's ship is here, because that's important to something I want to try to do. Can I roll perception on that, or what I've seen it in the maelstrom?
I mean, as far as you know, you saw Xanath's ship that she was on get destroyed, which would have been the ship that Winter was on.
Okay. I'm going to try something. Given that it's destroyed, I might get lucky, I might not. I want to reach into my bag and pull out the control rod for my little loading rooms and see if any of them survive the explosion.
You want to reach into your bag.
Yeah, I have a bag of holding.
Right. What do you... Well, yeah, I mean, bag of holding is a separate pocket exists. Oh, shit.
The rod
Yeah,
of control.
destroyed.
The control rod from Xanth's ship, or sorry, not Winter's ship, for the loading drones.
Yeah.
Oh.
That we saved from creepy.
Yeah, my impossible amount of money in the form of precious materials.
Yeah, unfortunately, when you put your hand in the bag of holding, it's just an empty leather bag.
Uh-oh. Well, that's concerning. All right.
Another proof that the Fae is probably destroyed.
Shouldn't have put it in there. All right, you had to spoil my fun. All right.
No.
All right. I'm going to try to fly down to the. I want to try to stay out of sight, but try to get on the same platform as Mason.
Okay. I mean, that pretty much puts you in the open to get down there.
You could cling to the wall, can't you?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
I mean, if you wanted to stay like actually out of sight.
So give me a stealth check just for shiggles.
Okay, stealth. Still stealth. Ooh, and I get advantage on that for reasons because of my robe. Oh, that's a good. That is a 30.
Yeah, you quickly and you hold on to the edge of the rock and just kind of land and just kind of softly land, right? And you can see that Mason is like reloading a different gun, and he's looking up and he sees the ancient brass dragon over there, and he can see Xanath with her wings coming that way. He could see this rising fire elemental coming out of the clouds, and he's just like looking around, like calculating his targets, wondering what's coming at him next. So that was your move.
All right.
And you're currently hidden.
Okay. I want to go ahead and create, I'm glad I saved this for no particular reason, but a silent image of myself. Like, it's just out of sight, is just me. Like, it doesn't need to do anything. It is just a picture of me.
Okay.
All right.
Where would you like that to go?
It could just be on the wall below me. I'm planning on a thing, so it doesn't need to be visible right now.
Okay. That'll finish your turn?
Yep.
All right. That'll take us to the top of the second round. Earthen, you are up with Puck on deck.
Does the elemental not get a turn? Or
currently it is not in the rotation of initiative. It is currently the only force holding the Citadel aloft. So that's what it's focused on.
Okay, well, I'm going to attempt to vaporize it with my fire breath.
Okay. What's the save on that, Dex?
Save on the fire breath is... Where we go? Sorry. It's, DC 21 Dex.
Okay. Dex, the most overused save in the game. That and wisdom. Yeah, that's going to fail. Go ahead and roll for damage.
12, 16d6. Got my dice. Sorry. Counting out the d6s. All right, 16d6. Oh, my camera doesn't work. Otherwise, you can see this handful of die. Okay.
Oh, we can hear him, my friend. We can hear him.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 61 points of fire damage.
Nice. You watch as the huge mass of its vaporous shape just kind of blows out and away. Looking down, you can see some of the fractured remains of the citadel down below you as it kind of trembles. One of the citadel towers falling down into the clouds below. That was your action.
Yep, that was my action. And I don't really have a bonus action, so that's what I've got. That's it for now.
All right. That'll finish your turn. Puck, you arrive on the battlefield in your new elemental form.
Yay.
Let me get you the stat block for that. And the music for tonight, I actually took 3 of my favorite Michael Ghelfi and overlaid each one of them. So it's like the battle sounds, the music, and every now and then a crash of thunder in the background.
Ooh.
All right, so that's in the Discord for you.
Nice. So here's kind of a technical question.
Okay.
Because we are fighting a fire, an air elemental, and fire technically consumes oxygen. How would my elements interact with it?
It definitely wouldn't cause any problems or harm. You'll take bludgeoning damage if you get into base with the air elemental. In fact, Earthen, take 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Sorry.
As you're in base with it.
Thank you.
But I mean, you're not really entirely sure what the mix might mean for you.
Okay, so I'm gonna focus on trying to destroy the air elemental for now.
Okay.
I'm going to chuck at it. Three.
Hey, if you got fire, do whatever you want. It can't hurt me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Melee weapon attack, 6 to 8.
Are you moving into base with it?
I'm gonna move into base. I'm just reading. So, the multi-attack, the elemental makes 2 touch attacks, and then touch melee weapon attack is 6 plus 1 points to hit, reach 5 feet, 1 target, hit 10, 2d6 plus 3 fire damage. If target is a creature or a flammable object, it ignites until a creature takes an action to douse the fire. The target takes 5 1d10 fire damage to start of each turn. Would an air elemental be a flammable creature?
It is not flammable.
Darn.
Oh, fuck.
What?
I have an idea. I'll talk to you later, but I got an idea.
I've got an idea.
And do any of my older spells still are an option, or is that sheet gone?
No, you are currently a fire elemental.
Ooh.
Understood. So yeah, I'm going to do paralyzed, poison, prone, stand unconscious, dark vision, passive perception. So I'm going to start with my bonus action and see if I can perceive any specific points of weakness in the air elemental, specifically in how to get it to stop holding the citadel together.
Because it wasn't attacking Earth, and you immediately pick up on the fact that it's probably focusing. It's probably part of the power that's keeping the citadel still aloft, even though you're not really sure what other damage is being done to the beacons below. But the Earth Titan throwing the huge rock into the citadel itself, causing it to begin to sunder. You don't get the feeling that the Air Titan, the Air Elemental Titan, is a direct threat to you, because it is distracted as it's being harnessed and used for this effect that it's taking on. More importantly, the huge plume of purple-like energy that's causing the purple lightning to kind of spark and arc off from down below is clearly part of whatever this is.
Can I still talk to the elementals like before, or is that old stat sheets?
Unfortunately, air elementals and fire elementals speak their own language.
Fair. So I'm going to chuck some fire at the city, and I'm going to put my focus on aim, specifically on finding a place that would do the most damage and break it into the most pieces, hopefully.
So you're focusing on the citadel itself?
Yeah. I still need to... Or you know what? Actually, so part of the fire form elemental can move through a space as narrow as 1 inch wide without squeezing.
Yep.
I'm gonna try and move into the citadel itself.
Okay, so instead of where you were before, you're going to move down into the citadel itself? Okay.
Yeah. And then once inside, I'm just gonna start chucking fire everywhere and trying to destroy it.
All right, roll damage for me.
Okay, can I... 2d6 plus 3 fire damage. And I have 2 attacks for that.
So roll damage twice.
Oof. So 5 plus 3.
It's 8.
8. And then the second one... Make sure I'm doing it right. It's... Yeah, 2d6. Another 8.
Another 8. All right, that'll finish your turn as you glide down into the citadel and you just start slamming your fiery appendages into different points of the citadel. You bring a small column of stone down as it crumbles into the base of the citadel. That'll take up your turn to do that. Xanath, you are up with Mason on deck.
I'd like to do legendary action real quick if I can.
Sure. What would you like to do?
I'm just going to tail attack. Just swat at it.
For it. Yep.
That's d20 plus 14. But that's an 18. Ouch.
An 18 will not hit, unfortunately. Okay. You feel your tail just kind of glance off the thunderous, like rolling maelstrom of the air elemental.
That's it.
That's it. Okay. Xanath, you are up with Mason on deck.
Okay. One quick question. One of my bracelet abilities is that I can cast Sanctuary without expending a spell slot. Would that be a bonus? Would it be an action or a bonus action?
No, that's part of your championship heritage since you're a dedicated champion of Helm. So no, that's just innate. You just
Oh, sweet.
It.
All right, I'm gonna evoke. I'm gonna evoke that then to cast Sanctuary on myself, and then I'm gonna Moonbeam. I'm trying to think if I should do the Elemental or do Mason. I'm gonna do Mason because I think he's causing damage while we're trying to take care of the Elemental. So I'm gonna try a 6th level Moonbeam on Mason.
Nice. That's Wisdom or Con?
That will be a con save of 24.
Oof. It's painful, especially He's going to use another Dark One's Will. 21. I think that's still going to fail.
Oh, incredible. Okay, that'll still fail. So it will be, it doesn't happen until his turn, but it'll be 6d10 damage.
Go ahead and roll.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Let's see. Come on. Did it roll? Oh, okay. This. Okay, it's 22 radiant damage.
Nice. Doubled because he is vulnerable to radiant damage.
All right, then 44 radiant damage.
Yeah. Let's watch as the moonbeam centers right on Mason. You still have your move and your bonus action.
Okay. I'm gonna stay where I am because I've got sanctuary, so it'll be hard for him to hit me. And for bonus action, I'll send a sacred flame at him. So that's a dex save of 24.
5 plus 15 is a dirty 20.
Yeah, all right, 4d8. So that's 19 damage from the sacred flame.
Which is radiant, right?
Radiant damage, yeah.
So that's 38 points of radiant damage.
All
as well
right.
from that.
Okay.
He's bathed in the radiant moonbeam and then gets slammed by this spiraling radiant blast at the same time. Do you want to move?
I think I'll stay where I am. I don't think I'm in anyone's like swipe range, right?
All right. He is going to take the full force of the moonbeam as he gets slammed by it because he failed his save. He will activate his passive ability to fly and get into the middle of this cloud. He's going to use his hasted action to summon the lightning. I need everybody to make Constitution saves, please.
Con save. Don't you dare fall. Oh, that is a 23 for spot. And again, apologies if I'm not done in a second. I'm treating my cats. So
No worries.
21 for Earthen.
Okay. What'd you get, Zenith? You look pained. You're mute, by the way.
Sorry, I got a 6.
6. Puck,
Yeah.
what'd you get?
8.
Everybody takes 48 points of lightning damage.
Damn.
Question: can I use a legendary resistance for that?
Absolutely. You can automatically pass it,
Okay.
meaning you take 24 points of lightning damage.
Yep.
That was his hasted action. With his regular action, he's going to level his rifle up at you, Earthen. You've got 5 shots coming at you.
Yep.
Oh my god. Nope. Dark One's Will. Third one. I've got 2 more left. So Dark One's Will. We'll re-roll that natural 1. Natural 4. So I know that's going to miss. That's going to miss. That's going to miss.
It's a 20 AC. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got a 22 and a 21.
Okay. 2 hit.
All right. He's going to put 2 more grit. So 3, 3, 2. Boy, you guys are so lucky. I'm rolling like shit tonight.
The curse has moved from me to you.
Yeah, right? 32,
But now you said it, so
32 points of piercing damage
okay.
for all the shots. Bonus action, hasted action, action, and he moved into the cover of the cloud. That'll finish Mason's turn. Oh, I think I lost Spot again. Nope, is he there?
He's
He's in the back room.
Oh, there he is. He's feeding cats.
Yep. You're muted.
You're muted. Him and that Bluetooth.
I was trying to yell at you. I was rubbing medicated goo into one of my cat's ears. So can I hold? All right. Further, do you want to go real quick?
I'm gonna do my
Because I need a
cat.
minute to pack up.
I'm gonna do my cat. So we'll hold on to Spot's turn until he gets back. Earthen.
I won't be but a minute.
Okay, Earthen, you are up at the top of the. Actually, you know what? Let's take our 5-minute break so that.
Sure.
Yep, we can do that, and then we'll come back and do the second half.
Nice. Also,
Right
I just forgot one thing about just one question before, because there was something I forgot during my turn. It says that touches the elemental hit or with a melee attack while within 5 feet takes 1d10 damage fire, and then at the beginning of every turn, if they're not, if the creature, if it does not take care of the fire, it takes another 1d10. So does that mean that? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, like the Citadel. Yeah, the Citadel is on fire as you're kind of like slamming into it and trying to weaken its substrata. So yeah, definitely.
Nice. Okay, so I'll roll for that after the break.
Okay.
Visuals.
we are back. Well, I'm back.
I'm here.
Yep, I'm here.
You better get that camera fixed before the next campaign, young man.
Oh, I will. I'm planning to get it fixed tomorrow when I go to IT. So
Nice.
So just a reminder, I do think I need to roll 1d10 for extra damage to the
Yep.
cat.
Go for it.
It's a 1.
Still,
Every little bit helps.
the point that counts.
Back
Yeah,
to the curse.
every little bit helps.
Okay.
All right. Spot, you are up.
Okay.
Then we'll be at the top of the third round.
Okay. I want to fly up into the cloud that Mason is hiding in.
Okay.
All right. Am I able to perceive him in the cloud?
It's difficult. Do you have anything that helps your vision?
Not my vision. Like I said, I do have the really good passive perception. I can also make a perception check, but I don't have anything that would actually do that, other than
You don't have a monk. You don't have any kind of like monk ability or anything.
I'll double check, but I don't think so. There's nothing really for that. Check.
Basically, all of your attacks are at disadvantage.
Okay. Let me double check. I am double checking that. I've got dark sight, but I don't think that's really going to do much in the cloud.
What does dark sight say?
It's just I can see things in dim light with it.
Yeah, it's
Or
dim
not
light.
dark. Okay, cool. So I can see him. But
Yeah.
Okay.
You can see him.
All right. I want to have my. I want to bring my. My silent image up with me.
Okay.
So.
Now you've done
I'm going
this
to-
before.
Mhm.
This is
It's a
actually
concentration
fun-
up to 10 minutes. So it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I need you to make a con save then for the damage that you
Ah.
took from the lightning. What was the total damage you took? 48?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so half that would be 24. Your image you wouldn't be able to hold on to concentration, so that is currently gone.
Damn it. All right. Well,
yeah, it'll drop your concentration.
all right. But I can perceive Mason in the cloud.
Yeah, you can get into base with him.
Okay. I want to get into base with him, and this is probably going to be an improvised attack, but I want to be out of my arm's reach. I want to hit him perfectly in the back of the head with the chaos orb we've been saving for forever.
With the chaos orb, you pull that out
Yeah.
tonight?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not technically an unarmed strike. It's an improvised weapon attack. So, yeah, it's still going to be your dex base. So, give me a d20 and add your dex modifier to it.
All right.
Which means you're also not.
Let me see if I
getting
have-
base with them.
I'm just seeing if I get. Are improvised weapons considered simple weapons? Because I'm just curious if I get my. Sorry, I can't work. today.
Yeah, you're not technically proficient in throwing chaos orbs.
But there is nothing simpler than whacking someone in the back of the head with.
True. All right. So what is that? What is my proficiency? And where are you guys? This is more just me trying to find
Can't
where my
believe you still
proficiency
have
bonus
that damn
is.
thing. That's
Yeah,
so
I know,
funny
right?
you kept that. Yeah.
Forgive me. It's been a very long time. Where is my proficiency on here? Because I actually rolled.
Well,
pretty
you
good.
wouldn't
I
get
just
your
don't remember what it
proficiency
is.
modifier for. Well,
Oh,
yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm proficient in all the weapons I've attached. Is the problem? So, give me a minute, and I'll just find something. But it was a 19 base, and I'm just going to kind of.
just add your dex modifier.
Oh, my dex modifier. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's 24.
Yeah.
My-
24. He is going to do quick shot, but he's got to match or beat your 24. That is not going to do it. So he quickly pulls
Yay.
a revolver off his waist to take a quick shot. He's using a revolver. Takes a quick shot. You watch as it goes wide. The chaos orb, because he turned, and hurt it, it strikes him in the chest. And when it strikes him in the chest, you watch as he
Oh God!
so because it doesn't require concentration, he is now banished until the beginning of your next turn, Spot.
No way.
He
Yes.
is banished until the beginning of your next turn.
No.
And now you begin to notice that the lightning that's arcing out of the center mass of the citadel is beginning to become very random and uncontrolled. Earthen, you notice that the air elemental entity that you're in base with trying to destroy, it too is kind of convulsing and kind of having a hard time holding its form together. It's almost as if Mason was like part of keeping all this formed and held together. And now you watch as another one of the towers falls off into the mists and clouds below. Spot, that'll finish your turn unless you want to.
I did want to try to move. I don't know. With flying, I don't know what my movement is right now.
60 feet.
Okay. Can I see, or when I was on the tower, do I have any idea where like the entryway to the citadel was since we've been here? Because I want to go down and see if I can.
Yeah, as you look down into the citadel, about 80 feet below you, you can see this fire elemental just like picking up stones and chucking them, or like their huge flaming fists slamming into the side of the wall or tower. You can see Puck's fire elemental form is doing damage to the citadel itself. You're not really sure where the entrance is because the citadel is now sundered into two major pieces.
Okay. I want to fly down to where Puck is and see if I can locate the arch with the keystone.
Okay.
I meant to go back and steal that, but we never did it.
Nope, you never did, and that's the only I'm not saying anything. You're not getting it out of me. That'll finish Spot's turn. Earthen, top of the third round. You are up with Puck on deck.
I'm gonna try and recharge my breath.
Give me a D6.
Yep.
5 and 6.
That's a 6.
Yeah, it's recharged. You have your breath back.
Well, I'm gonna do that again then. Instead of trying to punch him, I'm gonna fire breath him again. I huff and I puff and I blow that fire elemental out of the sky.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 4 plus 6 is a dirty 10.
Woohoo! So
And roll
full
damage.
damage again. Let me
Yeah.
count my d6s back out. That's 16. Okay, 16 it is. Woo! 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 66.
Ooh. You watch as another huge chunk of the air elementals, the air elemental titans form, kind of like almost loses coalescence, and a huge part of the smoke and air. Go ahead and take 14 points of bludgeoning damage, if you would,
Sure.
please.
Yep.
Because you're still in base with it.
Yep, and I'm going to just with the rest of my actions, whatever he's going like in his most fearsome voice. That I guess would be, could that be including the frightful presence? Each creature of the dragon's choice within 120 feet and aware of it must succeed on a DC 18 Wisdom saving throw or become frightened for 1 minute.
You get the feeling that it's immune to that condition.
Okay. Well, I'm still with my draconic voice going to just roar, flee!
You can give me persuasion or intimidation, your choice.
This was intimidation for sure.
Okay,
He's
go for it.
definitely trying to make it run away.
Whoa! Oh, never mind. So as a Puck roll D20, it was like shit.
That's just a 19.
19. It seems lost in the concentration of keeping the remains of these fractured parts of the citadel aloft as part of the kind of like ceremony and energy that's kind of crackling off and around it. You don't get the feeling that it is capable of doing what you want it to do. It's tied into this thing somehow.
Got it. That's all I got.
Okay. I'll finish your turn. Puck, you are up with Xanath on deck. Puck, you notice a very kind of furry-winged tabaxi pulling in alongside you, and they seem to be searching for something.
Ooh. Do I notice what direction the lightning seems to be coming from?
Ooh, I like that. It is crackling up and through the broken strata of the roof and bedrock of the center point of the citadel. Maybe about 60 feet down into it.
So again, as an elemental, I can move between cracks. Can I just move downwards towards the center?
Yeah, you hover and then use your move to get down into the cracks and crevices. You kind of get closer. Your fire elemental eye is not really affected by the brightness, but as you get down and below, you can see a archway with a keystone and energy pulsing and wreathing around the archway. And underneath the keystone, you could see what must be the entrance to the blood vault. This all seems to be tied into Mason's trying to get into the blood vault at this point. You don't get the feeling that he's made it in there yet.
Can I try to touch the keystone and just like envelop it? I guess it would go under touch technically.
Yeah, give me a d20. Give me an attack roll as you reach out to try to grip onto the keystone.
I'm sorry, I lost the... no, I didn't. So, to start, because I'm technically just touching it, there is an automatic 1d10. And
Correct.
Then there should be the two others. So I'll start with the 1d10.
Yeah, but you need to, in this case, because of the condition the keystone is in, I need you to make your attack roll.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So, just for the record, for the d10, it was 9, just because that's higher than I expected for me to ever roll at anything. So hit. So it's gonna be. I'll just do 46 plus 6 to
Okay.
cut.
What'd you roll to hit?
Oh, roll to hit. Sorry.
Yep, gotta do that first. Then you can roll damage.
Okay, so plus 6 to hit. So out of d20.
Yep.
Yeah.
Roll d20 and add a 6.
So that's gonna be a 16.
You feel your hand slam down into the keystone with your fiery grip. Go ahead and roll damage, but I also will need a Constitution save as well.
So there was the 9 from the d10 that I will not forget or let go of in this lifetime.
Already got that down?
Yay. Oh, wow, that is the shittiest roll I've had. Damn. That was 2 1s and 2 2s. That could have not.
Welcome to my world. 2 and
But then it's plus 6 to that, so that's gonna be 12.
12 total. All right. What'd you get for your con save?
My con save. I have plus 3, so that's better than my usual. 21.
21. You'll only take half damage as you feel the arcane energy pour into your form as you severely damage the keystone. There's little surface cracks, but it also releases a heavy amount of arcane energy from the damage that you caused to it. Take half of 62 points of lightning damage.
Oh.
So that's 31.
Okay. I don't have too many of those in me.
It's okay. Can I use a since we're not in this, can I see what Puck is doing just before my turn?
Yeah,
Oh,
she's 60 feet below you. You can see the cracked area that she slipped into, and you can see where the brightness of the lightning is arcing up and out, up into the air elemental titan. You can't physically see exactly what she's doing, but you know she's 60 feet below you, and she seems to be slamming or striking something.
Okay.
Anything else you want to do there, Puck?
So here's a fun question. Technically, my familiar is also a fire elemental, right?
Correct.
Um,
Nice.
You two are kind of like blended together.
does he still get the bonus action attack, or is that
yes, you could bonus action and have him make 2 touch attacks as a fire elemental on
Nice.
the keystone if you want.
Yes, I would.
Okay. You technically still have a second attack, right? Because you're multi-attack.
Yes.
So do your second attack first, but be mindful. You're under the impression that each successful hit of the keystone is releasing more of this arcane energy through the lightning storm. So it's dangerous to touch and strike this thing.
Okay. Actually, I think I calculated both of my attacks in the first one, which makes the result even more disappointing.
I gotta tell you, Alexa, every time your fiance lets that cat into the room, it's like he's leaving the toddler behind so he can go do something.
It is. And Bigby is always like, as soon as he's let in, he's like, wait a minute, I didn't want to be trapped in here.
Exactly. Look, he's lying right by the
Hang
door.
on a minute.
I was promised.
I didn't want to hang out with Mom.
If I move away and I'm not touching the keystone again, will I automatically take full damages? Will I be able to avoid some of the damage?
Right now, you just struck out at the keystone with one of your attacks. Since you calculated the damage of a multi-attack strike, I do need you to make a second touch attack, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you still need to do that.
Oh, okay. So another con save?
No.
You actually have to
roll the hit. Roll a d20 and add a 6 to it.
Roll a d20?
Yep, roll a d20 and add a 6.
4 plus 6, that's a 10.
10. The AC of the keystone is a 10. So your second strike goes into it. Now I need another con save.
And con is going to be 20 plus 3. That's going to be 17.
17 will just succeed. It is a DC 17 on that one. So I'll just succeed. You'll take half of 48 points of lightning damage, so 24 points of lightning damage, which leaves you your bonus action because your full move was to get down to the source of the keystone. 2 multi-attack, your attacks, and then you can bonus action command your secondary elemental form Lunch to attack if you want.
Would we both get hit by the thing, or only him?
He would take the damage directly if he fails his con saves.
Okay, so I'm not in danger of getting another
Whoa!
Correct.
Okay, so I'll
Cat?
Yeah, I shut Houdini's tail in a drawer, so give me that.
Oh, that happens a million times a day.
He was
Those cats.
his tail sticking up, and he got shut.
For the record, that was not Earthen's fault.
Yeah. I love it. So for Lunch's attacks, roll a d20 twice and add a 6 to each one.
okay. So d20 twice. First one, 18 plus 6.
That'll hit. Roll your second one.
And 16 plus 6.
That'll hit as well. Roll your damage for those strikes.
7 plus 3, so that's going to be
10.
Is it 7? Yeah. So that's going to be a 10, and then the
Okay.
other one. That's going to be a 6.
Okay. Go ahead and give me 2 con saves.
So 3 plus 3.
6, that's a fail. I need 2 of them.
And 8 plus 3.
11, both will fail. For the first one, he'll take 48 points of lightning damage. And for the second one, 36 points of lightning damage.
Rough. And
All right.
he,
That will finish your turn, because that was your move, your bonus action, and your action. And you're down next to the keystone with Spot up above you.
Mhm.
All right, I'll finish your turn. Xanath, you are up. Mason would normally be on deck. However, he's currently banished till the beginning of Spot's turn. So,
Okay.
Xanath, you're up with Spot on deck.
Am I within? So is my flight speed is now 60?
Correct.
Am I within 60 feet of the air elemental?
You are within 75 feet.
Okay. I want to plane shift him, but it sounds like I'm not close enough.
Would you
So,
like to move closer?
well, I don't want to move within 15 feet of him. And just gets
That'll
right
definitely get you into the lightning affected maelstrom. That is true.
Yeah, that is not what I want. So, oh man, what can I do? I will I'll heal myself because I'm getting pretty low.
Okay.
So I'll cast heal. That's 70 hit points. Man, there's very little I can do. I'll try and Sacred Flame the Air Titan. That's a 24 dex.
That'll fail. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. That's 20 points of radiant damage to the Air Titan.
Nice. You just watch as your Sacred Flame strikes into the rapidly moving form of the Air Elemental Titan and just kind of shreds into it. It's a big creature. It's hard to gauge if it's been weakened at all, but it hasn't been able to detach itself from whatever's going on. So you get the feeling if there's some way to get it to detach itself, it could become more lethal. And it's currently holding this massive, citadel astride with its form.
Okay.
Do you want to move at all? Because that was your action and bonus action.
Yeah, I will. If I can move 20 feet closer and hide in a cloud, because I know Mason's about to come back out, that would be awesome. If there's an option, if there's a way to do that.
Actually,
Okay.
go down and over into this cloud right there.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
That'll finish your turn. Spot. The
Can I-
moment go ahead, Earthen.
Well, just after their turns, can I just say I've knocked a legendary action after each turn?
Yeah,
That way-
absolutely.
That
Yeah.
way I'm not breaking them all up.
No, it's easier if you remind me with each time, but yeah, go for it.
Okay, well, I'll let Spot go first, and then if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Spot, from your vantage point,
All right. I want to just dive down to where I can see Puck's, or where I saw Puck's elemental form. Isn't that my? Oh, sorry, that's Mason popping out. I got you. Never mind.
yes.
Sorry. Can you zoom in on me just so I can kind of see what I'm doing a little bit?
Yeah, hold on one sec.
All right.
Okay, so that's
So-
Mason reappearing at the beginning of your turn.
Okay.
You are down here, down in the citadel itself, standing or floating astride the cracked section of the roof that leads down into the strata of the citadel.
Okay.
You can't quite see what Puck's doing, but you know she's down there doing something.
I want to call out to her, just like, Puck, what are you doing? Where? And just fly through the structure to find her.
As you
As
fly
much as
through
I
the
have.
broken fracture with all your movement, you're floating there, and there's this fire elemental that's looking a little bit rough, like it's having a hard time holding its form together. And you can see the keystone across the archway and the boiling gateway underneath the keystone. And you could see that she's been focusing on that because there's a lot of damage broken into the keystone itself. It looks like Puck's been focusing on that because there's this intense amount of lightning, arcane energy pouring out of it and up into the strata above you.
Okay. I say fly, but I don't necessarily mean that literally. Just run up to the keystone and hit it with a flurry of blows.
Okay.
Right.
So you have to hit it. You have to do an unarmed strike first. Remember.
Well, I thought I'm rolling 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action.
Right, but you can't do that unless you do a melee strike. So remember, it's a normal attack roll. Then
Okay,
as a bonus action, you spend key points and do flurry of blows.
Okay, I thought we could do. I thought I could change up the order I did my bonus action regular attack.
No, because you have to expend the key. Is the problem with that?
That's fine. Okay, well, in that case, I'm still going to attack it once with my Quicksilver Claws.
Okay, go for it. Just got to beat a 10.
So,
that's its AC.
oh god, a 10 to hit. Whoa.
Kick its ass. You got it.
That is a 23 to hit.
That'll hit. Go ahead and give me a con save.
Con save. All right. I swear they changed this, and it's annoying me. Whatever.
Damn you beyond.
That is a.
Damn you beyond.
Yeah. That's a 21 con save.
21. That'll save. So take half of 42 points of lightning damage with that first strike.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm just gonna add these up and do it at the end of my turn. So,
okay.
So 41. All right. So give it, and I'll roll damage on that. Come here, you. Roll. Come on, you. Let's do it. I swear they changed this and it's killing me. There you go. 6. And where's the D8? All right, that is 29 points of damage to it.
Nice. For your first strike.
All right.
And now roll.
I'm not gonna...
Are you going to do flurry of blows?
I was about to do a flurry of blows, but I actually want to see something. Let me ask you this, because I've never actually had a reason to do it.
Okay.
One of my abilities is I can recover up to 3 times my monk level of hit points. Can I possibly touch Puck and transfer some of those hit points to her as her in her elemental form?
Unfortunately not.
I didn't think so. Let me see if there's anything else I want to do.
Thank you for trying.
All right. One of the things I can do, and this is a thing that I've had for my 20th level that I never got to do. Instead of hitting it with flurry of blows, I'm just going to go ahead and do a sacred flame on it.
Okay.
So I think it just needs to. It's a Dex 19.
It auto fails Dex saves.
Yeah, so it auto fails that.
Yep.
All right, so that is 22 damage to it.
Okay. Unfortunately, I still need a con save. Any interaction with the keystone causes a lightning effect.
Okay, I didn't know that was going to happen. But all right, so another con save.
Also, can I give a helping assistance with fire-based stuff, or no?
All right. I got a 16 on the save on that.
That'll fail. That'll be 64 points of lightning damage.
All right. Okay. I'm going to end my turn here.
Okay.
So I'm good. I don't need to move. I don't need to do anything. I took 83 points of damage, so I'll calculate that in a second.
All right. That will finish your turn. Top of the 4th round. Earthen, you are up with Puck on deck.
Can I roll those 3 legendary actions from the last turn?
Yeah,
quick?
but do me a favor. Make sure you actually do them with each turn.
Sure. Yeah, I was trying not to break up. Yeah,
but you got to remember, the outcome of each of those things could impact during that point in time in the round. So
Gotcha.
the legendary actions are very, very kind of like timely based.
Gotcha. That's a 19, a 17, and a 32.
No, I didn't.
What are you doing? Tail strikes?
Yeah, all 3 tail swipes. Yeah.
Yeah. All 3 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
It's a very large. You will take 15 points of bludgeoning damage with each strike.
Okay. I'm going to knock that off real quick off my health. All right, and tail is 2d8. Okay, 2d8 plus 8. So that's good roll. That's 15 plus 8 is 23 on one.
Okay.
13 plus 8 is 21 on the second.
Okay.
And 12 plus 8 is 20 on the third.
Nice. Okay.
All right. For my turn, I'm going to go for that breath weapon recharge again real quick.
Okay.
That's a 3, so that's not going to...
No.
Not going to recharge that time. Then if that's the case, I'm going to fly up above it, like just straight up.
Okay.
And then so that I'm out of melee range with it.
Okay.
And drop polymorph.
Okay.
Ooh.
Where did I put you? There you are. Take it you're almost out of hit points?
Getting there, yeah. Getting there. I'd rather, not drop out of hit points right next to the thing.
That's fair.
Gotcha.
All right.
Yep. And then I'm going to cast I'm going to cast. Oh, is that how's the range? Sorry, it's not good. I'm too far out of range to help with that. I'm going to go for a Ralphim Psychic Lance.
Okay.
On Mason.
On Mason.
Casting it at it's 120 feet range.
Yeah, he is going to use rebound on you. I need you to make a. It's contested on rebound. I need you to make an intelligence check, please.
Okay. With advantage because of my sword still?
Yep.
Okay. Just making sure that it wouldn't affect that. That's a intelligence an 18.
18 meets it and beats it, so it still makes it through, but you will take half damage from the effect.
Okay. Ouch.
And he needs to make an intelligence save for the spell itself, right?
Yeah, intelligence 19.
That is going to be a 17 plus 5 is a 22.
Yep, so that was 5th level, by the way.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So if he passes the save, he doesn't get the he doesn't
effect,
get
but he
the,
still takes half the damage,
yeah.
right?
Right. He doesn't get the stun effect.
Right.
10, 21. So half of 21.
21. 10
So it's
points
11.
of
10,
psychic
yeah.
damage.
Yep.
All right. Anything else you want to do?
I gotta knock my HP off there as well. And with that, hang on, let me check on this if it's a action or a bonus action.
Hey, you.
Where'd it go? I lost it. Where's my thing? Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to use the the cloak that I'm wearing, the dissonant threads.
Yep.
I'm going to activate. Or no, I'm gonna hold that actually. Yeah, never mind. I'm gonna hold that.
Okay.
Never mind. I was gonna do that. Yeah, sorry. As bonus action, I'm gonna toss some inspiration to Xanth.
Does it have to be a target you can see?
Oh crap! Yep.
Unfortunately, she is hiding in the clouds, so you're not sure where she is.
Yep.
And both Puck and Spot are missing as they
They're
have
inside the
gone
thing. So-
down inside the Citadel. Yeah.
oh shit. Yeah. Well, I'm going to fly away from Mason. So I'll use after polymorphing. I don't know how much you want to say of my movement speed I've got left, but however much there is, it's going opposite direction of Mason.
So it brings you to the other side of the air elemental, like right over here.
Okay.
Okay. That will finish your turn with Puck on deck. Puck, you are up with Xaneth on deck.
Am I still holding the keystone, the fire?
You're not holding it. It's built into the archway, so you've been like pounding into it, trying to destroy it and do damage. You watch Spot do the same thing, but it's a very concentrated arcane device, and striking it, it's brittle. You're doing damage to it, but it's also kind of returning damage outward because you're almost like striking pure energy at the same time.
Sorry, I meant the fire beacon. Is it like a part of my elemental form, or is it?
Oh, you're an element.
Weird?
You're an elemental.
Okay. So I'm not holding on to the fire beacon anymore.
No, you're already beginning to wonder who Puck is.
Oh, great. Let's wait with that existential crisis. I'm going to, if it's part of an archway, I think me and my familiar are going to try to hit the archway rather than the stone itself.
Okay.
To dislodge it from the archway.
Yeah.
So,
Before she
go
does
ahead
that, can I try to?
What's that?
Before she does that, since I'm right there, can I try to talk to her? Like,
As a free action, as long as technically your free action to talk to her is like during your turn. You could burn a reaction to talk to her if you want.
That's fine. I can react real fast and just be like, "Fuck, get out! I can take care of this. Go help Earthen."
I really don't know if I can get to Earthen in time. Do we still have telepathy? Can we?
Yeah, you still talk to each other. Yeah.
Because I don't think either of us can really take another hit of that thing. But if I can remove the keystone from the arch, at least we can move it away from the citadel.
I have a thing I'm gonna do on my turn. What I'm saying is, you probably don't have to worry about it too much.
Okay, that's fair. So
60 feet will give you back out of the citadel, back up top. As you come out of the below area, it's your move to come out of there. There's no sign of Xaneth. You can see that Mason is kind of like bamfed into existence. The dragon form of Earthen's gone. He's actually up above you and to the left of the air elemental titan.
Okay. So I'm going to. Do I see Xaneth at all?
You do not.
Or not. I'm just gonna be a big fiery block in front of Earthen to kind of help, take damage and.
You would dash action to go up and be in front of him.
Yeah, and can my bonus action be that my familiar goes towards the cloud where Mason is?
Absolutely. Let's we'll say you split off into your other fire elemental form as Lunch goes down towards Mason.
And do I have anything left? Other?
Nah, unfortunately not.
Can I free action telepathy talk to them?
Sure, if you'd like. Keep it brief.
I just tell them about the keystone spot and ask what should I do next.
Okay, that's fair. That'll finish your turn. Xanath, you're up. From your vantage point, you just saw Puck come up and out of the fractured area of the Citadel, and she split off into her two forms. One elemental approaching Mason, the other one's getting in between Earthen and the air elemental Titan. Mm-hmm. No sign of Spot, other than the fact that you just heard Puck mention that Spot is doing something to the keystone.
Okay. And Mason has already used his reaction this round, right? For
yes, because he did rebound on Earthen to avoid. I knew that fucking effect was coming, so just in case I didn't want to take any of it, and in case I failed my save, if I failed my save and rebound was affected, then it would have fully rebounded on Earthen, and he'd have to make that intelligence save as well.
Yikes!
Oh, Earthen would have been down.
Okay, I'm gonna fly straight up at the Titan and try and make a melee attack on it to try and cast plane shift on it.
Ooh. Okay, so coming in direct contact with it, go ahead and take 15 points of bludgeoning damage from the effect.
All right, no worries. Okay, so it's a melee spell attack.
Yep.
So that's a 15 plus 18 is a
33. That'll
43.
hit.
Okay.
Yep.
So on a hit, the creature must make a charisma saving throw. If they fail, they're transported to a random location on a plane of existence you specify. So it's charisma of 24.
You're gonna hate me for this, aren't you?
No.
I've been very stingy with my LRs. He's gonna burn a legendary resistance and pass automatically.
All right.
Don't hate me. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's devastating. Okay. All right. As a bonus action, I know a lot of people are pretty messed up right now. Is anyone within 60 feet of me right now?
Puck and Earthen are both within 60 feet of you.
And I can't remember what. So I can use Healing Word as a bonus action, but can I not use it because I just did a spell?
Correct.
Okay.
When we start the next campaign, we'll be implementing a lot of the DC 20 stuff. So.
Okay. Let me pop up a Channel Divinity. That'll put up my Twilight Shroud, and that'll be a 30-foot radius.
All right. Twilight Shroud is up, so if anyone gets within 30 feet of you, you start dishing out temporary hit points.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That'll finish your turn.
Yes.
Mason is immediately going to fly up and over. I need Xanath, Puck, and Earthen all to make charisma saves, please.
Charisma? I never get to do that.
-2 to charisma. I have never been.
No! You have a -2 to charisma?
Yes, I'm a piece of fire. I'm a fire blob. Not convincing.
26.
26 will just pass. Well done.
Ooh, that's...
DC was a 25.
I got a 25.
Oh!
Yes!
What'd you get, Puck?
I got a 10.
All right. That will cause both Puck and Lunch to be banished.
No!
And here's the dig. She's been banished to the plane of fire. She's a fire elemental.
Oh.
You don't break his concentration in a minute, she will be stuck there forever.
Ah.
All right, so his move is action. He's going to do his hasted action and take 5 rifle shots at you, Earthen. You got his attention, buddy.
Yeah.
That's going to be a natural 20.
Okay.
A 17 22, 23, and a 19.
Okay. Question, real quick. Can I? So the shroud, the dissonant fabric, sorry, has it where I can cast feign death on myself, but I don't know if that was as a bonus action reaction or just as a straight action.
You can do that as a reaction. I like that.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that then. So I will like and fall floating in the air as I've been seen to do before, and I'm feigning death.
Okay. I think you still have to take damage though, correct?
No, immune to. Hang on, let me read the.
Yeah, read feign death for me.
Yep. Okay, feign death. You put it in a cataleptic state that is indistinguishable from death, spell's duration, or until you use an action to touch target and dismiss the spell. The target appears dead to all outward spirits. The target is blinded and incapacitated. Speed drops to 0. Has resistance to all damage except psychic damage. If the
Now you're
target is
doing this to
diseased with
yourself,
poison-
correct?
Uh-huh.
Meaning, how are you going to wake up from it?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Well, I'm not going to die.
Yeah, that's fair. So,
Well, you have
I mean-
resistance. You don't have immunity. If you fall, you're gonna.
Earthen,
Just
can you
take falling
post the
damage and die.
can you post the text of that to the Discord? Because I'm curious if something I might be able to help you out with something later. Thank you.
Yep. Done. Oh, yeah, I would only have resistance. So, yeah, no, I'm just going to take the hit, I guess. Never mind.
take the hit.
Yep,
Do you
it's
have
going to
any
hurt.
silvery barbs left?
I do, but that's
can
only
re-roll
one
that
reaction,
natural
right?
20.
No. Yeah, I'll do that. Actually, I'll cutting words in that 20
Oh, okay.
because that
That's
just knocks that just takes the
takes the crit away.
like whatever I roll takes that down off of the attack roll.
Which basically makes it a hit without the crit.
Not if I roll 2 or higher.
Oh, go for it then.
'Cause I have an AC of 19.
Oh, there you
Well,
go.
I guess what's the crit is 20 plus what? I guess.
Well, you got to remember, a
Yeah,
natural
yeah,
20
that,
is an
yeah.
automatic hit. So
Right.
if you do that effect, it just turns it into a regular hit.
Yep. And that was 3 off of the hit. So
Okay. All right. So
that would have been a
be a
17 roll.
plus 15 is a 32.
okay, so he still really hit me. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That is going to be 41 points of piercing damage total.
Yep. Earthen's out cold.
Okay, you are currently unconscious. Still floating because the
Yep. The ring.
it's the ring. Yeah, so
Yeah.
you're technically floating in the air with the active flying ring, and you do take on the appearance that you're dead. So that was his hasted action, his regular action. He flew. He's got a bonus action left, but he hasn't really taken any damage.
He's taken some damage.
Compared to you guys, not much.
Oh boy.
It's an action to summon the lightning, so he can't do that. He is, you know what? He's got 20 feet of movement left. He is going to float down in and bonus action hide.
All right.
Coward.
All right.
Yeah.
Smart bad guys are the bane of all heroes. All right, that'll finish Mason's turn. Spot, you are up.
All
Then we'll be at the top of the 5th round with Earthen on deck.
Okay. For my action, I'm going to use my quivering paw, and I'm going to destroy the keystone.
Okay. Yes, because you've already struck the keystone multiple times.
Yes.
So you invoke Quivering Palm.
Yep.
You watch as the keystone shatters, crumbles. The containment of the keystone and the energy is completely unleashed around you. Give me a con save, if you would, please.
All right. I've been having way better luck with physical dice.
Yeah, I
No,
noticed that
not-
today. Much better.
Not quite floor dice. That is a 23.
23 will pass. You'll take half of 62 points of lightning damage from the destruction of the keystone. All of you watch as the center part of the maelstrom suddenly dissipates with the destruction of the keystone. The air elemental is no longer bound. The lightning is now chaotically kind of cracking all around without any kind of form. Spot, you immediately feel the floor beneath your feet fall away.
All right.
Citadel is now currently falling.
What a time for the bard to be asleep. What a time for the bard to be knocked out. Now that we're free falling.
Still have your move left.
Well, the Citadel's
Alright.
falling.
Can I fly into?
Remember,
It's hard to
60
judge.
feet, you got to remember, 60 feet up and out of the Citadel.
Right. Yeah.
So 60 feet to get up and back where you were before.
Okay. Can I get into any of the cloud formations near me?
They're still there. So there's this one here, one there, one there, one there. And one
I want to
here.
get to the one that's kind of in the middle on the left-hand side of my screen.
Okay.
Yeah. And if I'm able, if he can even hear me, just kind of yell at the Titan, just, you don't need to do this anymore. It's like, Mason can't control you. Leave. This isn't your fight.
Give me a persuasion check on that one.
All right, persuasion.
I swear our skill stacks have been just as important as our combat stacks, man.
All right, 27.
What'd you get?
27.
27. I put the DC as a 25. You watch as the air elemental titan kind of flurries for a moment and then collapses in on itself as it goes back to its plane of existence.
Yay!
I'll finish your
Alright.
turn, Spot.
That's my turn, yeah.
All right, top of the 5th round. Earthen, give me a death save if you would, please.
Uh-huh. That's a fail.
All right, that's one fail. Puck, you are currently banished and can do nothing. So that will finish your turn.
Is the fire elemental? Do I get any amount of energy from being in the fire realm?
You're definitely getting noticed by other elementals that want to absorb you into their own clan. So they're eyeing you with suspicion.
Is she healing? I mean, she is in a fire plane.
She is. I'll say you can get 20 hit points back while you're there. I'm good with that.
Oh, yeah.
So that'll finish Puck's turn. Xanath, you are up with Mason on deck.
All right.
So at the beginning of your turn, Xanath, unfortunately, I need you to make a con save because the keystone is now destroyed, the Citadel is falling away, and the lightning is now uncontrolled and kind of releasing itself up above. So give me a con save. A lower DC now because it's not controlled.
Okay. That's an 18 plus 3 for a 21.
21, you'll take half of 40 points of lightning damage.
Okay. All right. I am flying within 30 feet of Earthen, and I am throwing a healing word at him.
Okay.
Hey, bud.
Or I can't actually reach him, can I?
Yeah,
Well,
you can
actually,
get up
if
to
he's
him.
within
Yeah.
60 feet, I'll do a cure wounds on him.
Yeah, absolutely.
That would be much nicer.
Which, at 5th level, that's 33 points to Earthen.
Okay, 33 points back to you, Earthen, as you are now conscious yet again.
And then, oh dang, I already used my fireball. That would have been great.
I mean, it was pretty great when you used Fireball last time, though.
That was pretty
Yeah,
sick.
that
when
was
I
pretty
did that.
cool, yeah.
And it would be pretty cool if I could do it again, but I can't.
Do you still have
So-
Moonbeam up?
No, I mean, I got hit for that 48 points of damage, so there's no possible way.
Yeah,
I
that
could
would have dropped
escape.
concentration, yeah.
Dang.
So, for a bonus action, can I? There are a bunch of people who like now have wings who are not plummeting to their deaths. Can I do a thaumaturgy and just shout and be like, "We need aid to us! Mason must be destroyed."
Yeah, and you get the feeling that they were still fending off whatever was being summoned around the citadel. But now that the citadel is sundered, the keystone broken, and the air elemental titan has fleed back to its air elemental plane of existence, you're beginning to see kind of the remains of everything that they were fighting is now kind of fading. And you can see the distinct beginnings of forms that were way down below trying to make their way up there. You get the feeling that they were already coming up. You can see distant airships and the tattered remains of other airships climbing up into the sky, but you're also no longer seeing the citadel. The citadel is plummeting below the skyline as well.
Okay. All right. So I'll shout that, and that'll be my turn.
All right, that'll finish your turn. Mason is up. All right, got him in this cloud. Yeah.
Nobody break his concentration.
Yeah, because you'll get 20. You'll get 20 health per round that you're in the fire plane. But if no one breaks his concentration by the time the minute's up, you're trapped there.
Fair. I'll start a new life. It's fine.
We'll come get you in the fire plane.
I'll be too far gone. I'll become something else.
No.
What is it with Puck and selling her soul to like whatever entity comes by? Now she's in the fire plane and she's like, "Oh, I guess I could do this."
And sold. And sold.
We all
I guess I could do this.
Right? Okay. So Mason is going to fly over to the edge of this cloud here. He is going to bonus action, take deadly aim, and take 5 attacks at you, Xanath.
So I'm up with Earthen, right? Am I still within his range?
He's got 220 feet on that rifle.
All right.
Yeah.
Guns got good range.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
But you're right. I'll put you up there with them. But you were technically closer.
Do you get temp HP on yourself?
I got temp HP on myself, and it's +2 to your AC and mine right now while we're in this
Oh, nice.
sphere.
So he is going to expend 4 grit
All right.
for 4 additional die, and he is going to take deadly aim as a bonus action. This will be his regular action. So 5 rifle strikes coming at you.
Okay.
That is a 30, a 22. He's got to roll his last Dark One's Will to reroll that one. That'll be a 29, a 15, so 15, 29, 31, 22. Where did the other? And a 26.
All right. 4 out of 5 of those are going to hit.
Okay. I need you to make 4 charisma saves, please.
Okay. Oh, he's going to banish me. All right.
No, this is because of who you are and who you're getting hit by.
Oh, okay. Well, the first one is a nat 1 for a 10. Should I continue?
Keep going. Yep, you get 1 for each strike.
All right. The second one is a 17.
Okay.
The third one is an 11.
Okay.
And the fourth one is a 14. Brutal.
Okay. So the 17 will be the one that passes out of the 3. So you got to take damage from the first 3
All right.
before the final revelation of your bracelet kicks in.
Oh.
So 14 plus 12, 13, 14, 21. So 35. And so it's going to be 49 points of piercing damage from the 3 that hit you.
Okay.
On the 4th hit, you watch as a plate mail glove wraps around you and kind of like a divine kind of light and form. And that 4th shot like pings off of the glove as you are now the final reveal of your bracelet that you are now a champion of Helm.
Ooh, incredible.
Is Helm's Embrace. Once per day, you can deflect any ranged or melee attack.
Awesome.
Oh, you got to be looking rough by now, though.
I'm hanging in there.
All right, so he move. Oh, he still has his hasted action.
Way to remind him.
Hasted
I'm still
action.
good.
No,
More
I'm not
shots
good.
going your way.
What does he want to do with this haste? Well, technically, he could do that with his hasted action. Oh no, the keystone's broken. He cannot control the lightning anymore, so he can't do that. All of his Dark One's will is gone. He's currently concentrating, so he can't do any of those concentration spells. But he realizes his plan is undone, so he's going to do the one last thing he's got in his pocket. You watch as he takes a stone in his right hand. It begins to flare with a strange kind of fire. As you guys look up, you see these house-sized meteorites beginning to plummet directly to where you guys are. Just, and as he pulls it down, so this is interesting though, because we're flying and technically it's a target that he could see. I need everyone to make dex saves. Spot, you can have advantage on this dex save if you would, please. Puck, you are in another plane of existence.
I already
Roll
get
dex
advantage on
anyway.
dex saves, so I mean, like that's a factor
Yeah,
of.
then roll.
my-
Yeah, roll with advantage. That's fine.
Okay.
Should I be rolling
Uh,
with disadvantage?
Technically, you're flying, so you're not actually prone. If we were on the ground, you would be.
Okay.
But I like to
Okay.
think that you know it's easier for you to roll out of the way because you're flying technically
Yep.
still.
Well, that's a 27.
A 27. Okay, that'll pass. Zenith,
I got a 10.
10. That'll fail. Spot,
I got 28.
28. So, as these meteorites begin to slam into the cloud embankment, Zenith, when it hits you, it is a pain unlike anything you've ever experienced. And you are immediately vaporized by the strike. Your physicality, as you take 94 points of fire damage, and you take 102 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
What is your total hit point pool when you're normally healed?
160.
Oh, I thought it was lower. Your very broken body is floating in the air with the wings kind of keeping you aloft, but you are not instantly killed. You are unconscious. Because it's a target he sees, I let everyone else do dex saves for the purposes of the meteors going past you.
Yeah.
However, Earthen, you will take 25 points of fire damage from the
Yep.
meteor going past you. Spot, you'll take 25 points of fire damage for the meteor going past you as well.
Okay.
And then, if anyone's watching down below, just these 4 massive impacts down below.
Into the ocean.
Yep. That'll finish Mason's. Well, he's got 20 feet of movement left. He's going to dip back into the clouds. All right. That'll finish Mason's turn. Spot, you are up. Then we'll be at the top of the 6th round.
All right. With my 120 feet of movement, can I make it to Mason's cloud?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Just absolutely kick his butt.
All
As
right.
you get into the cloud, 2 of you are now inside the mist of the cloud, facing off with each other.
Okay. Do I have any movement left?
No, it took your full movement to get there.
Okay. All right. That scuppers one plan I had, but how far away from him am I?
You're in base with him.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. Well, in that case, I'd like to try to grapple him.
Athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
Acrobatics.
I will be. This is a battle between the masters because I have a plus 16 for acrobatics.
That's cool. I have a plus 17.
There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh my God, my rolls are killing me tonight. 9 plus 17, 26.
18, 35.
Nice.
I like my gay dice. They're doing good.
Yeah, as you fly into the cloud or into the cloud, you grab onto the front of his vest. You pull him in towards you.
Okay.
He's now grappled.
Let me-
His move
let me
is
ask this.
0.
All right. With my tail, can I try to? I want to say pick his pocket, but what I want to try to do is take the pistols out of his holsters.
That would be an action to try to do that.
Okay.
And technically,
All right.
the grapple is an action. So the only thing
That's
you really
fine.
have left right now is a bonus action.
Okay. Let me
If
ask
we
you this because I've gotten conflicting things. I've never had to do it. If I'm astral projecting, this is lore that I've absorbed from D&D stuff. I know, is your material form when you're astral projecting functionally invulnerable? Like the only thing that can really kill you is your spirit form being having the silver form cut or
No,
dying in the
astral projection makes your spirit form invulnerable to death. But no, your physical form still remains on the material plane and still
it's
very much vulnerable to attack.
okay because there's nothing in there about that, and it's like I'd see a thing where it's like, well, you know, you're kind of in a suspended animation and nothing really impacts you, and there's nothing in there about hit points. So I was gonna try to be sneaky with the thing, but
If you can do some damage to him, he'll have to roll con saves, and maybe
That's
we can
true.
get tally back.
for my in that case, yeah, I was gonna try to get him out of there, but I don't have any movement. But all right, for my bonus action, I will flurry of blows him.
Unfortunately, you cannot do flurry of blows because you did not strike him. You've grappled him.
I thought that was okay. Well,
Nope. Grapple is all you do is you do no damage. You just grapple him, and his move is 0.
all right, let me ask again. Forgive me because I had abilities at 20 that I never had before.
Yeah, it's fair.
Can I use a cantrip as a bonus action?
Absolutely.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm probably going to hurt myself a little bit, but that's okay. I'm going to Sacred Flame him. And I don't really care if I get a little bit of splashback on that.
Like as you're grappling him, you kind of quickly, a couple of your fingers come undone, and you just do the Sacred Flame. Yeah, that's going to be a dex save for him, correct?
It's a 19 dex save.
Okay. That is a 3 plus 15 is an 18.
Nope.
Fail.
I just did
damage.
it was a 24, and he's vulnerable to radiant, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
So that's 48.
48,
Nice.
which means he cannot hold on to concentration.
Yay!
That will bring Puck back. Where did I put you, Puck? Oh, there you are. So I'll bring you back. Brings you back right in between both Earthen and Xanath up top. And Mason after that looks kind of rough. He's a pretty squishy guy. It's like he's kind of like a lich-like paladin with his ceremony being undone, concentration broken. The air elemental titan has fled. That's where we're going to finish tonight. That's a good spot. That is a great spot to finish because when we do come back next Sunday, that's going to be it. It'll be our last session next Sunday as we finish this combat round out, see what happens, and it's wow, that was awesome. That was like a great 2-parter battle session, man. That was pretty freaking epic, man.
If anybody could stretch to 3, it'd be us.
Yeah, right. 'Cause that was
Exactly.
Well, I kind of feel like ever since you ran into, the contact that said that you had a meeting with the Bright Queen, it felt more like that was the very beginning. Like once you figured out that it was a ruse, that kind of kicked off all the subsequent final sessions of the arc. But so far, I mean, those hit point pools have saved your guys' asses, man. Absolutely saved your butts.
I'm
well,
really glad I picked up that
not
medallion
mine.
because
Not
Well,
mine.
yeah, but your hit point pools of Brass Dragon had a lot to do with your survivability once
That
you
did, yeah.
got in. But because
Uh-huh.
getting into the Maelstrom was the only time that you took that initial damage.
Right.
That's why Xanath was avoiding going into the Maelstrom. So, unfortunately, once the Keystone was destroyed and the arcane energy unleashed, it became chaotic and kind of all over the place. So it was, it still was dangerous, but not as dangerous because it wasn't focused. But
How much
yeah.
damage had we actually done to the Titan?
oh god,
Not nearly as much as you'd hope.
Right, I figured that.
Once I knew Spot was going to figure out the opportunity to convince it to run was going to play into his character's mind, I was like, okay, yeah, thank God that somebody figured that out. Because the only other elemental that could potentially communicate with it was trapped in the fire plane.
Yeah, I mean, I yelled at it to flee, but
it was immune to frighten was the problem.
Yep.
Persuasion seemed to work out quite well, so that was pretty good. That was awesome. Well, thanks everybody for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it. We had quite a few watchers hang out with us tonight. Join us next Sunday as we wrap up this almost 2.5-year campaign. Here we are at level 20, which is amazing. But after next Sunday, or this coming Sunday when we wrap it up, we will be taking a week off so I can do final preparations for campaign number 2. And then we come back for a 0 session and we officially kick off our campaign number 2 in about 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So we're on next week, off the following week, and then back on for session 0, where we'll meet for the first half and work on our characters and introduce our new 5th player, who we've on occasion seen opening and closing doors behind Alexa. So you guys go ahead and linger for a second. Everyone's out there, thank you for joining. Really appreciate it. We will be on Tuesday with Shattered Kingdom, and then our final session next Sunday here. Be kind, be safe, and don't forget, play a game. Good night, everybody.